Well, anyway, here we are back in Minecraft. On the Stak-Haus realm, but not in the town of Stak-Haus, unfortunately. The realm completely crashed, and we had to create a new world. In fact, this is probably like the third new world since. We've had a lot of mishaps. So right now we are in version 1.20, which means we have cherry blossoms and all that archaeology stuff going on. So what happened was is Stak-Haus crashed and got corrupted, I guess, because of a lot of, maybe I was using too many bad add-ons or whatever, and pulling, you know, adding them and then taking them out over and over again. I think maybe there was too much cache data that was left behind and screwed everything up. That was around 1.60, I want to say. So around 1.60, I think that happened, and then like we tried creating a new one, and we were good for like 1.7 to 1.73, and we had a new realm world, and I built this whole boat yacht and made that the spawn point. This way, it was like he was starting on the yacht. Here's my banners. I'll explain those in a minute. So yeah, I built the yacht and had that as the spawn point, and put a couple of chests on there for starter gear, some cool starter gear, one time only, and we were good on that. And then 1.80 came out and busted a whole bunch of stuff because they changed the way add-ons work, and broke a whole bunch of stuff. So I had to pull a couple of, you know, mods out. Some mods were still kind of working, and after a little bit, that ended up getting corrupted and we couldn't log on no more. And I created a new world and built the boat and everything, and a whole spawn point. You know, made it the spawn point and put the chest on there. And when I tried to bring it into spawn, bring it into realms, it wouldn't load up. And come to find out that other mods were broken because of 1.83. Whoa. So then we had to get rid. That didn't work. So then I started another realm by adding one add-on at a time and finding which ones were working and which ones weren't. Because if you, when you try to, you know, like activate them, and it'll just tell you straight up, oh, error, could not load some of this content. What? Because this dude's in the dark that made that noise? So anyway, yeah, so it wasn't like I was loading bad data into the world, because the world was just not... See, yo, they keep spawning over here, but they're not despawning. Oh, wait, did one despawn? Okay. Yeah, so it'll just say bad data could not load, so you won't even be able to get it into the world. So I did that over and over again until we got some a new world, and I forget what happened with that. I think that broke as well, because a lot of the mods were still not working for realms. So I just sat around and waited from like 1.83 and just waited for them to drop 1.20. And then when 1.20 dropped, I just carefully went through all the mods to figure out which ones were working and which ones weren't. And as a result, a lot of the cool mods that we had before, we don't have anymore. And we got a lot of other ones back. But, you know, I went through three other worlds, built the ship 3 times. So over at spawn is another ship with some stuff in there, but we're not at spawn. We're at this village over here. We're really going to go over this mountain over here, because there's a big ring of mountains, and we're going to sit inside that ring of mountains. That's what they're basically going to be. This village, I think I'm really just going to hold on to, so that I can use them to make more villages and bring them over there. Or at least get 2 villages to bring them. And then maybe eventually I come back and mess around here, because there's a lot of cool terrain over here. So unfortunately, this place we're going to call, I guess, Maritime is what we decided to call it. One of the other ones was called Maritime. Right now it's on invite only, so there's nobody else in the realm besides me. Just so I wanted to get situated and not have no distractions. So these guys are still broken, even though it's like three new worlds ago. They just spawn with these like cream-colored llamas that have no blankets on, and they just hang around in the one spot where they stand. So you can like push them around. They'll walk. You can hit them. He'll try to run away a little bit, right? See? And then now he'll just stay in that one spot right there. I don't know, dude. But so with the bum flora was the one that we had with all the like nice plants that were out there, and we were collecting the what was it? It was like aloe vera and all this other crap and stuff, and extra flowers that we were putting around. That doesn't want to work on the realm. The maker updated it and everything, and for some reason I can't get it to work on the realm. Fireflies was not working, but now suddenly wants to work. And bum crops broke again due to 1.20 for some reason, so you can't place doors and a lot of other stuff's going on, so we just pulled that all together. So we don't have bum crops, and we don't have the wandering horticulturist to buy the seeds from and all that stuff. However, we have like another add-on called More Plants, and it's very vaguely almost like a light version. These look whiter than the cream ones. So it's like a very light version, so it gives you like maybe 10 sets of seeds, maybe. I forget what it is. I don't know, 10 what it is. And instead of the wandering horticulturist coming around and buying seeds from her, you'll just buy the seeds from these guys. So you see here, they got like rice and orange sapling. Or there's only one orange tree, and I'm not even sure if that if it works like a regular tree, so I still have to get that. But it has, you know, see, plants and corn, and he'll even buy them from you. So this guy becomes a little bit more useful. However, I think that because of that add-on, it's making them spawn a little bit more frequently. So very rarely do you have like two guys hanging around at the same spot. Oof. And I think they hang around longer because this guy's been here for a little while. But anyway, so we're at this village. Let's go over here, because we'll discuss a few things. Discuss a few tangs if you guys want to check it out. We'll go in here. So yeah, I went around, I put some torches around, and I trapped all the villages, or whatever ones I could, so that they don't get ate up by zombies. Let's have a little bit of that. We're going to look at this, because this is going to dump me out. This is always going to dump me out of realms for some reason. So we'll go up here and we'll look at this. So here's the map. Here's the seed that we're using. I'm pretty sure that this was the seed, because I got this from my own Discord, and I'm pretty sure that this was the seed from another map that I tried that crashed as well. I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure we used to refer to it as 848. But it doesn't look like anything like I had before. But I think that's due to fucking 120 coming out, maybe? So, this is the world. This is the seed. And here it is right here. Okay. And you can see here's spawn down here. Kind of by a swamp. There's all the biomes are like pretty close to each other. Here's the mushrooms. You got some desert up this way. You got some icy crap over here. You can collect some ice. Doesn't look like the spikes, so you might have to grow the ice. Lots and lots of what do you call them? Of the new what am I looking at? Cherry grove biomes, which is pretty cool. Alright, so spawn is here. So we're over here. This is the village we're at. Savannah. Let's get a little zoomy zoom. A lot of slime chunks, huh? Let's get rid of that. But yeah, here's the village. So we're going to come up over this plateau here. And then it's going to go even higher up. So we're going to have to climb. And then I want to do a bunch of stuff in here. So I want to make a lake in the middle. Blah, 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 blah. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so we're down here. And so you want to check out that seed. This is what it looks like. Okay, so spawn is here. We could do this. And go underground. See, I don't know what's this. You got some lush caves right here. Right, so where are we? Hold on. Surface. So we are at these guys right here. Underground. Okay, so where we're at is all dripstone. Then you have some lush right here, so we don't have to go too far to find some lushy stuff. On top of that, right there, right underneath us. Let's see if we can go to the surface. Right underneath this caldera is an ancient city, and there's also a couple other ones. So we can dig. I'm sure we don't have to do too much digging. Look at this. This is very interesting looking. When you use the height map, I wonder what that looks like. That's not too far from us. We can go check that out. It looks like I don't know. I don't even want to look at. Some of this new generation is like really awesome. I really love it. Really stark landscapes. This looks like a cool crater to come into. See that? Could build something out there. But I mean, let's do a super zoom. See, we're over here. I mean, look at that. You got a big giant ocean right next to spawn. A lot of the oceans are sizable. Lots and lots of villages. I mean, not that you really need 50,000 million villages to do anything with, but I mean, sometimes you might find a village with a cool generation next to it, and you might want to hang out there. You got this cool crescent, Badlands desert thing. Lots of mushroom spots around, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool seed, all in all. So yeah, that's where we're hanging out, up here. Boop, boop. Okay, so now watch this. Oh, we're gonna get out of the realm because it sucks for some strange reason. So as soon as we get in, we'll look at the mods I'm using, or add-ons. While I do some 420. Stak-Haus is the realm, and Maritime is the what you call it? The actual world we're in. So those are one was just my test world to fly around and make sure that we like the world, and then the other one was the one I created that I added all the add-ons to. But for some strange reason, if you have all the add-ons on and then you say play on realm, once it goes to the realm, all the add-ons are deactivated, so you have to like immediately like exit out the world and turn them all back on. And there's some cool extra songs, or tracks I should say, with the music that's been added. I don't know if it's been 120 or before that or what. Okay, now we're back in our house. It's nighttime. This dude's peeking at us through the window like a weird pervert. Creeper. That's the real creeper right there. You're the real creeper right there, my guy. Creeping. So let's do a little pausey pause. Go to settings. Woo! Abracadabra! All the way down here, behavior packs. No active. One player sleep. I have a lot of trouble with that for some reason. I don't know if it's because of whatever's going on with the realm or if it was interference from another pack, but we had it working for like a minute and then it wasn't working. So we're going to see if that works once the guys come on. But it definitely said it needs to be up at the top of the list. Then we have cat statues. These are statues. You put a mossy cobblestone in a stone cutter and you can make this cat statue. It's supposed to act like a regular cat, the behavior file, so that creepers don't like it. And so you put that down and creepers will stay away. I was in creative mode and I put one down and the creeper just looked at it and was like, okay. And proceeded to like just hop on its head and just hop up and down on the cat. So I'm not sure if the behavior is working properly on a realm with that. Statues are cool anyway. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they work in survival. Sea lanterns. I don't know why I clicked on that. Don't click on that. It's going to keep doing that. Sea lantern colors add-on behavior. This is, well, not behavior. This is something, you take sea lanterns and you put them in the stone cutter. And yeah, that's right, dude. Put them in the stone cutter and you could get all different color variations of them, which is really cool. You can also put them in the workbench and get steps and slabs of those, which is cool. Ender Pearl Crop Add-on, these are cool. You can grow your own Ender Pearls, however, they need to grow on endstone, so you need those white endstone blocks. So that's not as easy as you think. Smelting Plus, we had this before, and then it didn't, and now it works again. You get diamonds for smelting your old diamond armor, which is cool, and you get ingots for the metal stuff instead of little chips, or whatever the hell those things are called. Then replacing the 3x3 hammers, or these other vanilla hammers, which are also 3x3 hammers, but these are the different substances in the game instead of those generic metal ones, which is cool. Treecapitator, our loyal Treecapitator is still working, still going strong. Profitable fishing, all items stopped working, but rare items is working, which is cool. You get all sorts of stuff, including like shulker boxes and shells. Is it shells? Or is it just boxes? I don't know, definitely oh yeah, shulkers, shells. Important stuff to me is like blaze rods and blaze powder for the brewing stand. Lots of other stuff that you might not get. Saddles, well, saddles is regular stuff. But you know, you can actually get gems. You get buckets of fish. You can actually fish out a bucket, like an axolotl in a bucket. Cooked meat, cooked chicken. Like, yeah, you're gonna pull out a soggy chicken with your cooked chicken with your fishing rod. You're gonna munch that up, right? Yeah, so that's cool. We don't have our Azure culture, so there's no fish mobs in the water. That didn't want to work. I didn't try it on this realm. I really love it. It's a really cool mod. However, the sharks are a little pain in the ass. And not because they're sharks, but because the mobs want to spawn right where you're at. So you could be like swimming right there trying to collect up some coral, and suddenly there's like a shark and it's just biting on you. And then suddenly there's another shark and it's biting on you. And they can bite you from far away, and it's really hard to get away from them. And you could even be up on shore and they could come up and take a nip at you. So I was like, let me not put that on in. Let's just stay. And then we had like another add-on that we tried out that had some fish mobs in the water, and they didn't do anything. They were just mobs in the water. They look really cool. They look really, really cool. They moved a little more naturally than the Minecraft mobs do, which was cool. However, there were some things that weren't mentioned in the page of the mod, which was the fact that there's table coral and stag antler coral. But for some really strange reason, they didn't spawn in the water. They spawned up on land. They only spawned around the player, and instead of being spawned as blocks, they were spawned as entities. So you would turn around and suddenly there'd be one there, and you'd like break it, and then there'd be one behind you somewhere else. So they just spawn out of nowhere willy-nilly, and they it wasn't like a one-time only spawn. They just continuously spawn. So if you were not paying attention, you'd come back and there'd be a bunch of them around. Not only that, but they were entities. So if you threw water on the ground and the water touched them, the water would just push them. So it was like really weird. So I pulled that mod out. I didn't really trust that at all. I didn't know what the hell. And they spawned like up on your stuff that you built. So it didn't matter if it was naturally spawned blocks or if it was man-made blocks or structures. They just spawned. They just spawned. So we got Mark's boats, Mark's carts. I haven't actually tried them out to make sure that they work, but they loaded up just fine, and the parts show up in the menus and when you're in creative. Basically, you use emeralds to make a spawn thing for like a little shack where a guy is, and you talk to the guy, and then from that you use emeralds or whatever to buy a couple different boats or a couple different carts between the two different guys. And it's just like a little. The boats seem pretty cool. We never tried the carts out really, but the boats were kind of cool. You can't stand on them because they're entities. So you try to stand on them, you just fall through. Carts, yeah, we haven't tried. Leash all mobs. That's just so we can leash everything, including villages and bad guys. You can also leash mine carts that have a chest on them and stuff like that. So you can pull those like a little wagon with your gear in it, which is pretty cool. Yeah. This adds more geodes to the world, so that's tried and true and still working, along with Leash all mobs and these two guys over here. And gotta love my loyal ones. Or Geodes adds other geodes into the world besides the amethyst geodes that have like iron, coal. There's a gold one, redstone. You know, there's basically one for every diamond one. You know, one for everything. Extra chest has always been working, which is pretty cool. By the brothers. Can't recommend this any more than I have. Adds different tiers of chests that you put down, and each one has more and more inventory, so these are good when you want to stash your goods. And you could lock them, so if another player wants to come and try to take your stuff, they actually have to like use a lockpick tool and break them. So pretty cool. I like it. I think this is one of the cooler ones that still work. Medieval furniture, medieval clothes was kind of an on-off thing. They worked, they didn't work, they worked, they didn't work. Now they both seem to be working. This medieval furniture has the medieval clothes in it, but last time the clothes was one of the few things that was not working in it, so I put them both in there and everything seems to be working good. A lot of extra furniture, bits, chairs and stuff like that, plus a little bit, a couple of different block types for decoration. Saddle stands, weapon stands, a lot of cool like little decorative stuff, you know, weird stuff that's not normally in Minecraft. The same thing with the clothes. The medieval clothes is basically the biome robes of all the villager types, like, you know, like the plains biome and the Taiga biome and all of that kind of stuff. You can get that from the leather worker. You trade with a leather worker until they're like level 4, and each one sells a random 2 different types of robes. Including the wandering trader robe, right? So you can actually roll them, so that you can get the robes that you want if you're trying to get them all. And then once you do that, you have to do that first with a leather worker, because that's how it activates. And then once you do that, every other villager type, whatever their profession is, you could trade with them for their profession type. So like the blacksmith, you can get the blacksmith's eye patch, like you can see up here. Or, I don't know, was it the weapons master? Where's the eye patch? So you would get the plains robe, would be a chest slot, and then whatever the profession is would be your head slot. But it could also, sometimes this would also include an apron, so you're putting it on your head slot, but it'd also be an apron that covers your whole body, which is cool. I like it. I'm not sure if the pillagers come from the pillager stuff, and illager and all of those bad guy stuff comes from the wandering trader, or if you gotta like get those guys and maybe they drop them as an item. I have not seen that. The wandering trader robes, you can die if you buy them, and that's how that works. And it's really cool. It's really cool because I'm not really a person that uses armor a lot, except for like what I find on the ground. I might get a helmet and enchant it with like water breathing, if I could do that. What is that? No. Oh, it's a motorcycle. Okay. Gotcha. Dexten's Chiselry gets a couple of different types of blocks and windows added to it, which is cool because we lost a couple of other blocks. We don't have what the heck was it called? Eco's blocks. That had a lot of cool stuff in it, which I'm sad about. A lot of cool window blocks. A lot of cool medieval stained glass looking windows that were really cool. It was one of my favorite add-ons, and it doesn't work, and I'm sad. This one adds you a couple of windows, not really stained glassy or anything like that. But the window that you see here is the window that's in there, and it actually opens. You can click on it, right-click on it, and it'll open like a fence gate. And then there's a couple of other like glass in there, and there's a couple of the like blocks and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Chalk add-on, you just mark some chalk on the ground so you can remember where you went. Some of it glows, so you can put it in the dark. Really cool little quality of life. More music discs. Add like maybe like 10 or 12 more discs to the game that you could find music and play on the record player. Just a little extra something. Kawaii Foods, because I always like to have an extra food add-on, and all of the other ones don't seem to want to work, so I put this one on. This one seems to work. Fireflies works again. It didn't work. It broke. It didn't want to work. Now it works. So I'm happy about that. Ooh, excuse me. All the extra ores and crystals mods that I was using, like first it was fantasy ores, which was incredibly out of date and broken. I got rid of that because I don't know if that was one of the things that was interfering. Then I was using better ores or something like that, and that had like backpacks in it that didn't want to work, right? So I got rid of that one, and there weren't any other cool other ones that I could do that didn't have some kind of weird, kind of crazy stuff going on. Like we don't have the copper armor thing going on. We don't have the copper rails thing going on. Like we had copper powered rails, which was really cool. Sad about that. So what this does is this just gives us 3 extra crystal types that you can get from ores in the world between I think 0 and Y20, and it gives you like 3 other different types of shard that are like the amethyst shards, and when you put them together, it makes those same kind of blocks like the amethyst does, but for their perspective, I think one's like tourmaline, one's like rose quartz or something. They don't really do too much, but it's just something to go for. Then we got Woodcutter 1.5, still works after all this time and even updated. Now 1.5 has all the cherry wood and all the bamboo stuff in it. Foxy No-Tails vertical slabs work pretty good throughout the whole thing. Like those vertical slabs, very interesting. One of these other ones also gave some weird slabs and floors, like thin ones, like trapdoor thin. Also works. Lamps and lanterns broke, and then they added like a new version which has these kind of little ones with windows in it. You can see here. So those are pretty cool, and that works now. Our storage tank add-on didn't want to work, so we have this other storage thing. Works kind of similar. So we could use that. That's fine. The other rotten flesh to leather didn't want to work, so we have this one. This one does 2 things. This one uses 4 rotten flesh to make a leather, or if we cook the rotten flesh, we could get zombie jerky or whatever that's called, and then that's a good food. Then you could eat that without getting poisoned. Easy gunpowder, I think, is you just craft gunpowder by throwing some coal and some redstone together. Colored lantern add-ons, you just take a regular colored lantern and you put that in the stone cutter, and you could get all different varieties of colors for the lanterns. Really cool, aesthetically pleasing. Decorative factory blocks, same thing, bunch of different blocks. This one has see, like the eco blocks, and we also had a bunch of bricks, and between those 2 add-ons there was like, you know, like the red bricks. I really like red bricks, you know, because I like that like 1900s turn of the century industrial kind of steam factory kind of look with the red brick types, and also the way like sewers and like waterworks looked. And they had a couple of different ones that were like cracked and dirty and used, and they all kind of died out. They didn't want to work. But decorative factory blocks has a couple of the red bricks, but they're more of the brown color, and they look really nice. So I'm glad that works. We have more plants. This is the add-on that's like almost like bum crops light, like a very light. It's basically just get some seeds, plant them, and you can buy and sell them stuff to the. I don't think it even adds any foods. I don't think it adds food. Like food types. I'd have to look at the because I got them all down on the on the Discord over here. Action chest. Think whoa, I was about to say, am I in space? Like, I'm probably gonna sit down, cause this is I gotta go to work in the morning. It's like 10:13 at night. Not that I have to go far. I don't have to get up until like 6. I don't have to leave my house until 7. So I can take my time. It's a 30-minute walk to work, so it's cool. Oh, not these. I want active ones. Those are all the add-ons that work if I do single player. Those other ones. Oh, so we were at the bottom. So yeah, so that was that. And then, like, if we go up here and look at some resource pack stuff. Sea lanterns, bedrock trees. What the heck? I wish they said what they did. Oh, colorful enchanting table particles. There you go. So that makes the little letters and shit fly off the enchanting table. They just have like the colored. So that's cool. Transparent pumpkin. This makes it so that when you put the pumpkin on your head, your vision is not obscured by this pumpkin face shape. This way, you know, like you can deal with the Enderman. 53 is all the regular vanilla wooden doors have windows in them now. Rainbow amethyst has each color of the stage of the amethyst is a different color to help differentiate it from each other, and this way you know when it's ready to be harvested. Also looks very cool on a crystal. We have brewing guide. This is when you open up the brewing stand, these two things pop out on the sides, and it's just basically a rough guide of like what does what and how to brew the different potions. Very cool. HD paintings makes all the vanilla paintings in the game so that you can actually see what the hell they are and not these bunch of squares, which is very cool. 41. What's 41? Does it say trading helper? I think this is the GUI. Okay, so this is so that when you trade with the dudes, you could see all their trades, and if they have books and stuff, you can see what the books are. All the levels of them. Then you have vanilla hammers, blah blah blah. This one, Crystalz, treecapitator. What else we got? Is that it? I think that's it for the extras. I think that's it for the extras, yeah. So that's basically it. We got 32 textures going on, and we got 31 add-ons going on. So, I mean, that's not too bad. I was running about 10 more before. So, maybe it's a little bit better with this much. I don't know, we'll see. So, it's a really cool area. It's a white llama here. Is it a biome thing? Do they spawn in the biome? Do llamas spawn in this? Yo, dude, how long are you gonna hang around these freaking melons, my guy? That sounded a little weird. So yeah, all my guys are trapped. These are the banners that I made. So you have my box of specialty tools and stuff like that from starting. This is our starter package, and this is because me and the guys that play on the realm, it's my two nephews and two friends of theirs. So we all play together when we can get away from our kids and shit like that. I don't have kids. Our kids in work and whatever, and so we got these specialty tools. We each get one box, one-time starter tools, and if you lose your stuff, you got to take care of them. If you lose your stuff, you're not getting them again. So you got to make sure you take care of all your stuff. You get 16 emerald to start, you know, a little pocket money, a couple of these things, some witch cereal. I don't fucking know, just because I think it's silly, and some coal and all of that stuff. I also gave myself these banners. Well, I made them and then gave myself them. Because this is like my company logo. Yeah, because we're like the Stak-Haus Mining Consortium. The Stak-Haus Mining Consortium Acquisitions and Salvage. So it would be like this would be the So that's like the banner of the company. So you got your skull, you kind of skull and crossbones. Then it looks like 2 stacks of money or whatever on the side. Skull and crossbones is white on the green. Maybe those are emeralds. Who knows? But we're here to exploit the riches. So everybody's like, oh, maybe that's kind of cheaty because you got like all this good stuff you're starting yourself off with and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, the thing is that you don't always have to start the game like you're a freaking castaway, you know what I mean? Playing this game for 13 years myself, personally. Not sure how long the other guys have, because, you know, my nephews are kind of young. I mean, they're adults and stuff, but they're, you know, not as old as I am. So I've been playing this game since came out, and, you know, like, I don't know, what was it? When it first came out was like 2009, and the very earliest, what was it, like in dev, or whatever. So I played a little bit while it was that, and then when it became alpha, when survival came out, it was like an alpha version. I played that, and then when I started playing survival, it was like a beta 1.3. That's the regular pickaxe. Give me that. Doink. So yeah, so I've been playing this game for 13 years vanilla. You know, I don't give a crap about the achievements. I've gotten all the basic achievements. I've gotten them so many damn times already. You know, and then every time you think you got the last one, they come out with another update that does a new biome or updates a biome, and they add a bunch of stuff, and they add a bunch of achievements to go with it, and suddenly there you go again. Oh, I gotta go do these new achievements. And you know what? I don't care about them no more, because I'm not playing the game to get those little rewards and trophies and things. I'm doing it because I want to build stuff. You know, that's why I'm doing it. And the same thing with the fellas. You know, they don't really care. What was that? How did you reach that? How did you reach that, my guy? See, I didn't even open these chests yet, so the thing is with the Minecraft chests, they don't generate any kind of loot until you open them. So none of these have been opened yet. So that's another thing we don't have is the added chest loot. So it's probably gonna be just a bunch of bunk. Well, whatever. So you got like a couple houses down here. Ow, my ankles. We got this nice cliff that we're gonna have to scale up and get over the top of. I haven't really looked around too much. There's this like square hole over here that looks like it would be a cool place to put a boat or something in there. I can't tell, but it almost looks like, or maybe that's just the way the lighting is. It's very square, the shadowing, right? Oh, it's just the way the lighting was. Oh no, it is. It looks like it goes up a little bit, right? Maybe it goes up the mountain. So yeah, we can explore the area a little bit. Not too bad. You know, at least we got our regular fish. Got little kitty cats. Hi, kitty. Bye, kitty. How do we get back up here? Crikey. Shit, whoops. Go up here, go up here, go up here. Parkour! See, there's another trader over there. See how they spawn so much? So, we'll see if that becomes a problem. Shouldn't. It shouldn't right now. Oh. How many times did we come into that room? And look at that stupid thing. Yo, my man, what's up, my dude? See, I gave myself the brown wandering trader robe. I just like the way it looks, and I think it's the blacksmith apron because it's got a couple tools in the pockets. Just because I wanted to look like I'm building stuff. Still got my digital skeleton skin. Didn't change back into the Gamorrean guard yet. So I'm probably what I'm gonna do now is do a little special fishing. I got a regular fishing rod here, so I'll use that before I use my special fishing rod. Let's just see what happens real quick. Ah! Just rare items. I should get some stuff. See, it must be. Was this like a spawn spot for llamas? That's a brown one. That's cool. Oh, this guy finally went away, and now this guy's here. See what you got, home skillet. You got some chili seeds, a prickly pear seeds, and you buy these things. See, the thing is with like the bum crops, like when he fixes it, hopefully I'll be able to just add it right on and not having any issues. Because it adds blocks blocks in the world, but they're out in the world, so we really didn't explore too much. So we should still find some like of the trees and shit from that add-on, like when he does add it and stuff. And I think there's 3 herbs you can get once he fixes that. And I'm pretty sure that the way the add-on works is that the trees will populate. Like they won't necessarily need to be in new chunks. This guy's doing some really shimmy shim. See, I kind of like this town, so we definitely probably will come back and develop it up a little more. I want to explore the caldera a little more. The only problem is that the floor of it is pretty high up. So it's like all this, like, it'll be further down to the deep dark from there. Okay, let's see what happens with our normal fishing. Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that fucker was there. What do we got? What? Got amethyst shot already. Why is there a... Is that the XP for my fishing that didn't come over to me? Hello? Clownfish. Alright, sun's coming down. Come on. Ooh, picture time. Epic screenshot time. And boom. What was that? Was that like a wither rose? Come on, the sun's going down. I don't want to waste a reel. Come on. There we go. Sometimes you gotta whine at them a little bit. Oh, that was a netherite sword? That's like a bonus, ain't it? Where's the house we were sleeping in? Alright, so we'll cut it there. This was just a bunch of rambling on the first episode of hopefully the realm we could hold on to. Hopefully. Anyway, good night.